First one on my mind is power tools.
Oh, no, that's not the first one on the list.
No, but in my mind.
Oh, why's that?
We had a surplus. We had a store's worth.
And not even power. There were hand tools and mechanics tools and power tools.
Yes.
But, you know, that's good. It's like having a stash of gold. For all you guys out there, you know.
I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for.
I'm Greg.
I'm Shelly. And together we're Dave's Great Adventure.
And we're on one today.
Yes, we are headed to Galveston today to see the coast. So, about, I don't know, long day, but it'll be fun. We're just on a day trip.
Today's episode, we are going to be giving you top 5 don'ts in downsizing.
Ours is specific to RV full-time living downsizing, but it can work for anybody downsizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our background is like 2 years ago, we started the process of wanting to downsize. We weren't even really, at that time for sure, looking to full-time RV.
Right.
We're looking to get into something smaller, just a, 1,000 square foot home or something, or possibly even we talked about maybe buying a campground or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then we talked about traveling, an RV to find that campground, and then it worked into, let's just travel for a few years at least. And then now, it came to, no, we're going to do this full time, as long as we possibly can.
Yep.
We don't really have plans to unwind where we've been, but if we have to, we will, but we don't want to.
Yep.
So those are kind of our background. We went from a 3,000 square foot home with a 1,000 square foot basement to about a 400 square foot fifth wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I had a business that was in a warehouse about 2,400 square feet, plus an upstairs area too, and we downsized it to fit it into a 300 square foot storage unit, and we still operate it. It's reduced, but we still operate it, from the road. And we have our daughter package and ship product for us. So that's kind of where we're at in our background, what we did. So we want to kind of share with you some of the things that we did maybe not so well or incorrectly. And those would be, the don'ts. And so don't do as we did, but do as we encourage you to do. So what are some of the don'ts?
Okay, so number 1, don't be a bargain shopper. And I'm not encouraging you to go out and spend tons of money. What I'm doing is encouraging you to not buy in bulk as a bargain shopper.
Right.
Yeah, there's no reason to buy multiple numbers of things, even if it's on sale, even if it's clearance. It's a good buy. When you're downsizing, it's not a prudent thing to do. Right, and basically
is one of we have now, and you need to have when you're actually in the RV full-time living, is if you buy something, you need to get rid of something.
Right.
So if you buy a shirt, you need to get rid of a shirt. That type of a thing. So I encourage you to start that kind of philosophy and attitude about things as soon as you possibly can, and that way you don't keep adding to your clutter.
Right.
And adding to your junk and your stuff and all that. So it'll be less to get through and downsize at a later time.
Yep.
So with that, what else on that line is some things that people could possibly buy in excess of?
Well, I had a very full linen closet. So when I would find towels that I liked or sheets that I liked, I would buy them in multiple sets. And you can't do that when you're downsizing. So if you find something that you like, that's great. Plan it for your RV or for your condo or whatever you're downsizing into. But you only need probably one set, maybe two. and not 5. So that was part of what we had to work on. Power tools.
We had a few power tools. I like power tools and hand tools.
Right.
You know, not everything was power tools, but mostly was, you know, socket sets and wrenches and pliers and everything else. And
the GoPro's just turned
GoPro shutting off. Okay. But tools, yeah, I had a lot of tools. I enjoyed tools, but I had no idea, to be honest with you, that I was buying so many tools and stashing them, just put in, you know, kind of out in the shop area in the back, and it got buried, and more stuff and more cabinets. And
in our downsizing process, we came across.
One day we're out there labeling, pricing things for the estate sale, and just Shelly and I, we're just exhausted. We're going through all this stuff, and she's back there pulling out all this stuff, and she was just like, you have got to be kidding me. I had tool sets back there still in the wrapper, still with the plastic wrap and ties around it, and never opened.
Not only tool sets, but saws, big saws and sanders and
I didn't have a bunch of new stuff of that.
Yeah.
It was mainly hand tools. So, but
anyway.
We came across it, and so you can very easily, you just start accumulating all that stuff. So stop.
Number 2. Don't wait until the house sells to go through your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good things with that is, you know, if you go through your stuff and purge it all out, I mean, it's easier to stage and sell the home, and it doesn't look all cluttered. And but that way, once it sells, you know, it's very easy to get out. So what are some ways that they can go through stuff?
Kind of devise 4 categories or 4 piles, how you need to separate your things that you're downsizing, that you're getting rid of. So first pile is your throwaway pile.
And the tide's coming in.
Yeah, I
right here in the Gulf of Mexico on the beach, sitting here. I'm watching it. I'm watching it.
And it's like, oh, it's right there. I think we're okay for a little bit. Anyway, your throwaway pile. So you are going to have some things, believe me, you'll be surprised at how much stuff that you find that really just needs to probably be thrown away.
Right.
We ended up, I'm embarrassed to say, but we rented a dumpster for a few months.
Yep.
And so we were downsizing a bit as we go, but not to the extent that we should have been beforehand. So your throwaway stuff. Second category or pile that you want to start making is a donate pile. And as you donate, it's really smart to make an itemized list of your donations, and when you take them to a nonprofit, make sure that you get a receipt.
You can take it off your taxes. We did that, and there's a program that we used. I think it was through TurboTax, but I'm not sure. We'll try to put a link below.
It's TurboTax.
What it was, we don't use TurboTax for taxes, but it's a free program that they have that basically you enter in all your different items from, like, we would categorize in a notebook, like clothes, men's dress pants, men's jeans, men's shirts, dress shirts, you know, different types of coats, and then you would put in there, you know, if they were, and you tally them, but you'd tally if it was like new or average wear, or, you know, poor ones we just threw away. And it gives you an amount of money. An amount of money that item's worth.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, it would put like $12 to $20 for a pair of dress jeans.
It's crazy.
That you can take off your taxes, and so even if you only got 20-25% back in your taxes, you know, there's still, you know, $4 or $5 that you got back, and you're not ever going to get that in the garage sale. So anyway, I encourage you guys to do that, and then you can do that off your taxes. Then the other pile would be ones that you're going to give away to maybe family and friends.
Yep.
So make a pile of that, but then when you do, you give that away, have them take it.
Right then.
Get it out of there.
Yep. So it's out of
that's part of the deal. You're going to give it to them, but they got to take it. So that way it's out of there. So
and you've cut the tie with it, and it's done and gone. The fourth pile is the things that you are going to sell, either in an estate sale or garage sale. We had multiple garage sales, and we had estate sale. Actually, we had it for like 2-3 weekends, I think, in a row. Yeah, and you can do an auction where you have a company come in, prices everything, and they take care of all of it, and then they do an auction.
Yeah.
And then there's also an online auctions.
Right, same type of thing. Company comes in and goes through all the product and categorizes it, takes photos, and puts it out there for online, and then they do the auction, you know, with that, and then they, like the next weekend or a few days later, whatever, they actually book the appointments for people to come pick up the stuff, but people have to pay for it right there at the time of auction.
Didn't Brian and Shauna from Life
Uninterrupted.
They did that, and I wasn't even aware that was an option.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before.
Until I saw they did that.
But we'll put a link to their, they have a YouTube channel, and so we'll put a link to a couple of their videos that talk about that, and so you can look in your area and see if somebody's doing that. But if they're not doing the auction, at least there's probably people out there that do the estate sales, and then they do the in-person live auctions. But that takes a lot off your plate, but you have to pay them. They're not going to do it for free, so it's maybe 25 to 40%. It could be more, but
but you know, in the long run, because we ended up giving away so much stuff. And then one other thing that we did utilize, and we sold a lot of things on his Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
The one thing with that is you have to babysit it. You have people coming to pick it up, or you know, you're meeting them somewhere, or they're asking questions, and you know, so it is a babysitting thing if you have time to do that. But we sold quite a few items that way. So that was a very good option for us, and maybe for you. So number 3, don't add things in life that can slow the downsizing process. What do we mean by that?
I don't know. I've written down mother-in-law. I don't know what that would be.
Well, no, we did not have a mother-in-law move in with us.
No, but it's basically on those lines. You know, you add like anything that could, you know, put a kink in your downsizing plans and that type of stuff. Don't do that. You know, allow that to happen if you can. Would be overall will help the downsizing process. Now, you might gain things from it, you know, that are more positive and outweigh the negatives. You know, and that's it was in our case. Basically, our sons were at a place where they're at least we're up on their places, and they were starting a new business. So we offered, hey, we got this huge house. It's empty. You know, of course they lived with us before, but it's empty, and you know it's winter, and you know nobody's going to buy it till probably the end of summer anyway. So. Why don't you move in for 6 months, save your money, and and then you'll be able to move out, and we'll still probably have a couple months to get it ready to sell, and no big deal.
Surprise to us.
Yeah.
About 3 months in, we got an offer.
No, it was May. Yeah, maybe about 4 months in or so, somewhere into May. But still, it was like, okay, well, we went from, they were kind of starting to look and kind of get that, notion to, we got to get out of here. And so it kind of put pressure on them trying to find just anywhere. Right. And of course, we're happen to be in an area where there just wasn't any rentals.
Very few,
especially homes for dogs. So basically they moved in with, of course, my sons and son's wife, and then the grandbabies and the grand pups.
So we had 5 adults, 2 babies, 3 dogs for 6 months.
Yeah.
It was an awesome time.
Well, then it was also, then they moved, of course, all their stuff.
Yes.
We stored it in our garage and in our shop, and so...
with the thought of them saving money instead of paying for a storage
But also
unit.
then, time-wise, it'd be fine for them to be able to move out before we really need to get to that space to allow us to kind of downsize. And we kind of knew that we hadn't really done as much as we should have, but we had no clue that we really hadn't done as much as we should have.
Yes.
Until we really started diving into our stuff. We got their stuff out and really started digging in and realized, man, we have a lot of stuff.
It was a blessing.
It was. I mean, we had dinner together as a family almost every night.
Every night, yeah.
I did most of the cooking, and then they'd clean up, and I would grab my granddaughter, and we'd go sit and have bubble guppy time for an hour every evening, and sit and loving on her. And
So it was a really
And-
special time for us
Yeah.
before we left on our journey to spend some quality family time
Yeah,
together.
so it was good. We
So-
still FaceTime and
Oh yeah.
probably several times a week, you know, with the kids and the grandkids. So, you know, some families though, you probably wouldn't be able to pull it off.
No.
Other-
Multi-generational living, it's a
Yeah.
challenge. It's really a challenge, but it is doable as
Yeah.
we can prove that, and
But
it
we-
is a blessing.
Yeah, we pulled it off, and so the only thing with that, what we said is, if you can, don't do it if you want an easier downsizing transition.
Right. That leads us into number 4. So don't wait to pay off or consolidate bills, close your accounts, or change your domicile. Do it before you hit the road.
Yeah, and that's one thing with this whole downsizing that attracted me the most, and I think Shelley the most, was we wanted to be debt free.
Oh, that was our goal. Number
So
one
the
goal.
first thing we did, you know, after we selling the house and all that stuff, was we paid everything off. Then we, of course, started consolidating things and closing accounts, and the domicile, you know, for us, we still is Washington.
Yeah.
We just have it with our kids' address, and they monitor our mail and stuff like that. We have our own P.O. box, but they go and take care of that for me. And the business, we got it all set up where that's being taken care of. That's part of downsizing.
Right.
It's getting that organized, you know, and being detailed in it and making notes. And so when you're on the road, you're not thinking, oh, what was that? What was, you know, so you need to have that information with you and where you can contact, or with somebody that you can get a hold of quickly to look that information up. So
We did really well. This is the 1 out of the 5 that I think we did
yeah,
really well with. We only had one residual thing with our business. An account did not get closed that was supposed to get closed. It was a merchant service that we had, and
we called and closed it, but
Yes.
the company didn't close it.
right. So we were getting charged for the last 5 months. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but it sure
Yeah, it was just a service
it
fee, monthly
surprised
service
us
fee. So.
because we assumed it was closed. So the correct thing of course to do is to follow up on everything.
Yeah.
And we didn't on that one item. So
So don't assume a company will follow through. It's your responsibility
Yep.
to make sure it's done. Number 5,
number 5. Go ahead.
don't fall into the thinking that you need to buy everything you could possibly come up with you need for camping and RVing before you start
Yep.
full-time RVing. So what are some examples of that?
Well, like all new appliances, you probably have cookware and appliances that you can take from your home to your RV. You don't have to have special RV appliances or decor. We brought a lot of things from our home here, and not only do we like them, but they hold memories for us. And so that enables you to bring some of your memories with you.
So, you know, with the appliances, they're not necessarily special, other than you kind of multi-purpose. Some people like a barbecue, an outdoor barbecue.
Right.
Just a tabletop one is fine. Some people do a regular grill. Some people do a flat top griddle. Some people do both.
But if you have those in your home already,
right, you can bring
bring them
them.
with.
You know,
Yeah.
and then other people use the kids got me that we brought with us was a Ninja Foodie.
Yep.
And maybe I use it in our cooking videos, a bunch of them. So we'll have that in the list.
So you just want to keep it minimal.
Yeah, just real minimal. You know,
Yeah.
especially before you start.
Yeah.
You know, you'll find out how you like to cook or what you have and what you need. You know, and then you can look to replace that or add to what you have.
Right.
But there are some needs. Some you want before you head out. You
list.
gotta have
Yeah.
to, and it's pretty short. Basically, you need a sewer hose, preferably like 20 feet of it. You know, if you do it in 2 10-foot sections that have the connections and all that. That way, if you're real close, you just do the 10. If you need 20 or 20, we've had in place where it's been over 30 feet.
Yeah.
So you might need that. But starting off, I don't think you do. You just move. If that's your site, you can just move.
Yeah.
But get that and water hose. We've found a really nice one. It's a flex hose type of thing. But
The zero.
zero G or something like that.
Yeah,
But
something
it's
like that.
we'll put a link to all these few items in our video description. But the water hose, get like 2 25 footers. That way you can just do one or both if you need it. A power cord, if your trailer comes with a power cord that's attached to the trailer,
Yeah.
then of course you have that. It depends on how long it is. You might need another 10 feet just in case. But if you have a 50 amp trailer, you need to get to an adapter that goes from 50 amp to 30.
Because there will be those
There's going to be
times.
times where they only
and those
offer
sites.
30.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the adapter, you can't plug your 50 amp,
Right.
into the receptacle. So it's called a Dogbone. I'll try to put a link to one of those that we did. And then, like we talked about, a barbecue, a grill, flat top grill, something, to cook outdoors on.
Yeah.
And then other than that, maybe some camp chairs.
Yep.
Whatever you want, just some basic stuff.
We were doing our preparation for this big life change for us. We started an Amazon list. We didn't buy it all at once.
Yeah.
Kind of as we have gone along. Some things, of course, like he talked about, we did purchase before we left. But there's still things on that list that we have there for maybe someday. We're still kind of trying to decide.
I only put things in lists that were good things.
Yes.
I didn't go ahead and go, well, that looks stupid, or
No,
that doesn't
of
work,
course
so I put it in
not.
that corner. But I mean, just the good stuff that really seemed
Yeah.
to, like even the sewer hoses that I bought are the really nice ones. But anyway, so we'll put links to that in the description. And if you have questions, by all means, hey, just shoot me a comment or whatever, and or an email, and I'll try to answer the best I can for you. So that takes us to the end of the 5 don'ts.
Right.
But we're going to include a couple of bonus items. Bonus 1 is don't get frustrated with the process. Process of anything. Process of making a video, like this video.
Like 5 times we've recorded it. And,
Oh, more than that. We've had weather, we've had dogs, we've had smoke,
Yeah.
we've had wind, we've had...
But getting back to our topic.
Right, don't get frustrated with the process. Enjoy it somehow.
Man.
But with the process of downsizing, because it's going to happen.
Yes.
So I mean, in anything, it can curveballs can happen. So don't get frustrated with the process. Remember your team, and part of that too is we talk about some things will be harder for like myself to deal with downsizing and getting rid of things, and some things were harder for Shell.
For the most part, I did really, really well. Cutting ties with things, because we had already made the decision. This is what we're doing, and so it wasn't a mind choice, but the heart choice sometimes takes longer. And there were days that I really struggled, and it wasn't the item, or wasn't the thing, but it may be the memory attached to the item, because all of those things that we sold, that we gave away, all of our furniture, everything that we had built 33 years, they represent memories. And so there's going to be days that you're going to have a struggle with the memory and cutting ties with the memory. And that was one reason that I suggested bring some of it with you, because then you do still have those things. So you just have to have grace with one another. And you have to be forgiving and just let the process happen.
Yeah, because you're dealing with a lot there. You're getting rid of stuff. You're going to be selling your home too, so you're going to be moving away from that you've been at. Like we were there for 12 or 14 years.
12 years, and we absolutely loved our home.
And the community and
yeah.
that stuff. But even one, it affected me, was a dog that was, loved and cherished. We buried him right there on the edge of the front yard, out on the edge of the field, and it's
We had to
kind
leave
of a rock.
him there.
And so I just sat up there for about 3 or 4 hours one day, just talking to him, and he ain't there, but it's just talking and remembering the times with him, and so those are hard things to process. So you need to allow yourself, and sometimes give yourself grace to process those things and not shove it through. Because I think if you don't really daily kind of process and allow those things to go through, you're going to deal with them some point down the road. Just give each other grace and yourself grace as you work through all that process. That's a bonus thing.
Right.
Bonus number 2.
Don't feel you have to go, do, see everything in an area when you arrive. We give ourselves days just to do, do nothing really, except maybe some computer work.
Everybody that we've talked to and that we've, researched on and stuff like that, and doing this full-time RV living, they always fight it, but they all fall into that trap of sometimes the first month, 2 or 6 months, where it's being a tourist and being in vacation mode, where they feel like, you know, they're just on vacation, so they only have a short period of time and they need to see everything and do everything at every place they go to, because they probably won't ever be back. Well, even that, we kept thinking about it. It's like, well, we're here, you know, we went, and it was kind of a vacation to start ours before we left permanent. And so we still kind of felt that we're in South Dakota, you know, in the Black Hills. We got to see everything. You know, we got to see everything is here, do everything is here, and we just got to go and do. But it's just like, you know, we were tired. We were just like, you know, and we were tired before we got there from all the stuff we had to do with downsizing. So leave some things to do when you come back. Kind of have that attitude. Anything to add on that?
Nope, I think you covered it. First of all, we thank every single one of you who watch our videos, and those of you who subscribe. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Our friends and family and newfound friends, and we are very close to reaching our 100 subscribers, which is exciting in our little world, because YouTube then gives us a custom URL. So it's easier for people to find our channel, and it's just a next step in YouTube world.
I just amazed that 100 people would
I'm
find
amazed
this interesting
too.
to watch
Me too.
our stuff. No. Anyway, but you know, on that, as we hit different milestones that YouTube throws out there or whatever, or we feel that's kind of our own milestone, whatever, we thought about doing just some giveaways.
Yeah,
You
we're
know,
excited.
something to be fun for you guys and show our
Giveaway
appreciation.
time.
So, anyway, of course, right now, you know, with Aaron in this video, we are in Texas.
Yes.
We've been in Texas for a few weeks, and we will be in Texas for a few weeks. It's a big state.
Yeah.
Anyway, we thought a fun thing to get for this first giveaway. One of the things about Texas is they have these convenience stores, and some of them are huge. They're almost, I mean, they're like a strip mall. I mean, they'll have like 40, 50 or more, 100. One of them I think has over 100 pumps.
Yeah,
gas
like
pumps.
130, I think.
But they'll have car wash, huge car washes, and self wash and auto wash and all these things, and they have it's just mind blowing. And then they have stores that are huge.
Yeah.
But they have some of the cleanest bathrooms you have ever seen. I mean, they are like unbelievable. You just got to check them out, especially the big ones. Those are fun. But anyway, they're called Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's, yeah.
So
Buc-ee's is an icon in Texas. Anybody from Texas or that has been here should be aware of Buc-ee's, I'm sure. So we were totally impressed. So we wanted to share that with some lucky winner.
Winner, chicken dinner. No, this
From
isn't
our
chicken
giveaway.
dinner.
No, not a chicken dinner.
Yeah.
So show them.
Okay, and bam. Anyway, if you guys can see the come back here with us. Anyway, it's got the little Buc-ee logo in it.
Little Buc-ee logo.
16 or 20, I can't remember if this
20.
is 20. I can't. I don't have my glasses.
Right
on.
there.
Oh, big letters right there in the
Big
front.
letters on the front.
But anyway, it's a hot and cold beverage.
Yeah.
It's a closable lid. So we got that plus.
And Buc-ee's, they're known for as well. They're known for their Buc-ee's nuggets, and they're
They have
like
all kinds of snacks, of course.
Oh, all kinds. But their big thing is Buc-ee's nuggets. And this one right here we chose was the cinnamon sweet Buc-ee's nuggets to go with it. So we are excited to share that with some lucky winner.
So what we're going to do on this, starting with this video, and until we reach 100 subscribers, simply for everybody that's subscribed, and then also that wants to be part of this drawing, I need to put in the comments of this video, and then if we still aren't into 100 of the next video, you do the same thing. So, but put the word subscribe, and it'd be great if you did it in caps, because I don't wear my glasses all the time. So I'll make a list of everybody that's done that, and then we will just I'll pick a random drawing name out of a hat, and then I'll contact you to get your address and all that stuff, and we will ship this off to you.
Right.
So hopefully in the next week or two we'll be at that 100, and we can announce the winner, and then we can send this out. Again, if you don't want to be with the drawing, that's fine. Go ahead, and if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Just don't put subscribe in the comments. But as we travel through for our future drawings and we see stuff, for an area that'd be fun for somebody can actually use.
Yeah.
Not something just set on a counter somewhere or something like that and get dust or whatever. Then we'll probably pick those things up to have in future drawings.
And that's another way for us to share our journey with our
So hopefully when you remember this
family.
Bucky's thing, you think of us.
Yeah.
And it'll be a good thought. Just recapping today's video is, of course, it was on the top 5 don'ts for full-time RV living downsizing.
Mouthful.
Yeah.
Yes, it represents the big job that it is.
Right. So what were they? The top 5.
Okay, number 1, don't be a bargain shopper.
Right.
Number 2, don't wait until the house sells to go through your stuff. Number 3, don't add things in life that can slow down the downsizing process. Number 4, don't wait. Pay off, consolidate, accounts, change your domicile. Do it before you hit the road. And number 5, don't fall into the thinking that you have to have all the things camping or everything brand new.
Right.
So I know. Woo! So we really hope that you get something from this, and that it will help you with your downsizing.
Yep. To subscribe and enter the drawings.
Yes. So with all of that, don't forget, every day's a gift.
So don't count the days, but make the days count. We'll see you soon.
So, pile number 4.
And that would be sell. Your sell pile. Sell.
Sell it all.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5.
And you can tell the sun's setting. We've been working at this for all. We keep getting interrupted.
This is the longest 20-minute video we've ever done.
Yeah, 5 hours later, we're still working on it.
Hey,
the puppy! Oh, the puppy! Oh! It's almost 5 o'clock. He comes and gets us. It's 5 o'clock. It's dinner time.
Each and every one of you. So, don't forget, every day is a gift.
What's a gift? This? Oh, every day's a gift. Oh.
Are you serious?
So you say your part?
Yeah.
Oh.
Serious?
She just, I thought she was going to kill me.
Like, we are almost sunset here.
We've been for a long time on this, man. So, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just messing with your brain.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so